Learning about the CATIA user interface. So in this we'll be seeing how to start working in CATIA, and we'll learn about the navigation system, specification tree, planes, compass, and also we're gonna see how we can see the views, visual style, and also standard toolbar which we are having in CATIA. So whenever you're opening a CATIA, you will see this screen. By default it's gonna open with the product assembly environment. Here if you want you can like start inserting the new parts and then you can do the assembly, but as we're learning what we'll be doing, we'll be closing this window and you can start the new workbench. So there are different ways you can do that. Either you can go to start, you can go to mechanical design and you can click on the part design, or also you can from the mouse you can press Ctrl plus N and it's gonna give you the same option. So either you can go by this, and here again you have to select for the different workbenches which you want to select. For example, I want to start with the part, I can just select part and I can give OK. There's another way you can open it using the standard toolbar. So here also if you want to create the new part, you can click on the click new and again it's going to give you the same option. Or if there is an existing part you want to open, so you can click on this and you can just open the existing part. Start, we'll be going with start, mechanical design, and then we'll be clicking on the part design. So when you do it initially it's gonna take time. Like enable hybrid design is there, see it in the coming videos. So for now so let it be like part 1 and I will just give OK. So once you do that you will just see this workspace. So this is nothing but your user interface of CATIA. So here on your left side you will see the specification tree. It contains planes, so different planes you can see. You have XY plane, you have YZ plane, and then you have ZX plane. So there are different planes are there. Again you have a part body, so whatever 3D part modeling you wanna do, so it's going to come under this. So we'll be seeing it in a bit, how we wanna design it, how it works. So basically you need to remember this is nothing but my specification tree. We'll call this as specification tree. And on the on your right side you have a compass we usually use for the orientation purpose. So here it's going to show you this is my XY plane, then again this is your YZ plane you can call it, and again this one you can call it as ZX plane. Okay. Then here next thing what we're gonna see is we already talked about the standard toolbar. So here we have various options. If you want to save your model you can just use that. If you want to do undo and also you can use this option, but mostly you will be using in order to create the new part or in order to open the new part, and you can save it. So mostly we don't use that. We will use it over here. Same thing you can do it, you can just save it from here, you can open it from here from the file. So here you have same option available over here, so you can use it from here. Let's try to create one model quickly and then I'll explain you a little bit in more detail how this thing works. So let me create a simple model. I'll create a circle and I'll just give some random diameter. Let me give it like 20, and then I'm gonna just, so don't worry about the tools which I'm using. I'm going to explain each and every tool in detail in the coming up session. So don't worry about this I'm just simply creating in order to explain you how this thing works. So let me create another feature over here. Let's say I'll just create a rectangle, or instead of that I'll create a central rectangle which is over here. Let me just give some random dimension again. Let me give 20, and again over here also let me give the same dimension to 20. Now it's fine. I'll just exit the workbench and then I'll simply create another feature. Select this particular sketch and give OK. I have created one simple model I have created, and here you can see if you want to create anything on your XY plane you can select that plane and create it. For example, I want to create something on my XY plane. I can just select XY plane. So this is nothing but my top plane, correct? So you can just click that top plane and you can just click on the sketch and you will be in the XY plane. So right now we are in the XY plane. You can see it from your compass, XY plane. You are in the XY plane. Similarly, if you want to select other planes, you can just select that and you can create the sketch order. So we're gonna see all this feature in detail in the coming up session. Right now we'll just focus on how this user interface of CATIA works or how it actually looks. So as I've already told, this has tree, or we'll call it a specification tree. So whatever feature used to create the model, it will be visible over here. So you can see it over here, it is visible. So we have used two pad model, and again whatever sketch we have used, that sketch is also coming over here. So as we have seen, if we click on this tree, it's going to deactivate it, and again in order to reactivate you have to click on this. Again it's going to reactivate. It's going to activate. So basically deactivate and activate, you can do it by clicking on this specification tree. Okay, so let's talk about another toolbar, which is nothing but the view toolbar, which is very important in order to do the navigation of your product or the part. So for example, my part is just moved somewhere. For example, my part is moved out of my workspace, or I cannot see my part. In order to make it fit or to come at the center, you can always use fit all in. It's going to come and sit at the center. So you can just use this option in order to do the pan. So you can either do pan using your center button of your mouse, that is nothing but scroll button. You can just tap it and you can do the pan, or if you want to do it from your toolbar, at that time you can just click on the pan and then you can do the pan from here also. So you have to click on the left click from your mouse and you can do the pan. Then you have something called rotate. So if you want to rotate, so again you can just rotate it using that option, or you can just use the mouse also. Hold your scroll button and click on your right side of your mouse and you can just scroll it, or you can do the same scroll button and again click on your right side. So either you can left side or right side, you can just rotate. So or you can use the option from your view toolbar, that is nothing but rotate. Now I'm gonna do fit all. Then again you can do zoom in and zoom out using these two options, or you can just hold control and press this central scroll button and you can do the same. So then normal view, for example, I want to see normal or perpendicular view to this surface, so I can just click on this surface and I can click on normal view. I'm gonna see my model normal to this view, so you can just use that. Next thing which is required, we want to see this tool, so I'm going to drag this tool out, and this is nothing but quick view. We can put our model to the isometric view, we can put our model to front view. Then you have back view of the model if you want to see. If you want to see the left side view of the model, right side of the view of the model, then you want to see the top view of the model, then again bottom of the model. Okay, so you can just click on this option in order to see the models or my parts in a different views. Then you have another option which is over here, view mode. So this mechanical part is in having edge, so I can just change it to different views, like how it should look, my model or my part model should look. So if I click on this, you can see this don't have any edges, so this is nothing but we are putting in the shading. Okay, so you can see the edge has been gone. Right now if I click on this, it's gonna shading with edge, so it will have some shade, but again it is also showing you the edge. Then again you have another option where you called as shading with edges without smooth edges. So if you click on this, you will see for the circle, you can just see the edge which was showing, correct, that has been gone, so you can just use that. Again you have shading with edges with hidden edges, so you can see now it's gonna show you the hidden edges. So again it's gonna update accordingly. For example, the way I move, it's gonna show whatever edge is not visible, correct. So if you can see, this is the cube, and edge of this cube is not visible, but again there is a edge of this cube, and we know that, correct. In order to visualize that, you can just put that model in this, and gonna show you the hidden edges. Then shading with material, so if you're applying some material to this particular model, you can just see it in that. So again there are different tools we have in order to using which we're gonna apply the material. So we will see it in the coming video. Material to this particular part, at that time you want to visualize it, you can just go with that. Then again if you want to visualize your model in the wireframe, then you can click on that and you can visualize your part model in the wireframe. So this is all about the view model. I'm going to put it in shade with edges. Then here you have something called hide and show. So for example, I want to hide these planes, correct. So let me just select X Y plane and I'm gonna click on hide, and you can see that that plane has been hidden. Same way, let me select both of this and then I'm going to click hide, and you can see that plane is gone, correct? So it is there, but again we have hided that, so we can unhide also. You can just click again the same plane. I'm going to select all the planes together and then I'm going to click on hide and show. So if something is hidden, it's gonna make it show, and if something is visible, you can just hide that. So I'm gonna make it visible, so you can do that. And then again, let me just hide it once again just for explaining the next tool. So I'm gonna hide all this tool, and again here you have something called swap visible space. So right now we are in the visible space, correct? If I click on this, it's gonna give you, or it's gonna bring you to another space which is nothing but the hidden space. So whatever element or whatever object is we have hided it, or which is hidden, it's going to get visible in this. So this is nothing but your hidden hidden space, we'll call it. So again, you want to swipe it to the visible space, you can click on that, and again you will be in the visible workspace. Okay, not the workspace but the visible space, we can call it. So that's all about the view toolbar. So this is one of the major toolbar which we'll be keep on using. In the next video we'll be seeing how we gonna draw this sketch. So we're gonna learn about this toolbar, and next session we'll see that. Yeah, thank you. That's all for today.